Well, good evening. I'm your host, Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypno Acuity, presenting 7 ways why I experience lemonade heydays. Something I understand is we've been taught and showed the lemons, the unsweetened sour lemons of life, but yet we have never been shown that we were taught to look at life through gloom, doom, and pessimism, through our education, our ancestors, our family. And I did. I embedded all that until today, as I admitted. To me, socialized sour lemonade rhetoric, indoctrinated education manipulates my subconscious mind, frozen in time, representation, viewpoints, beliefs, and my bullheaded BS. And if anybody don't have any bullheaded BS, I got some to loan. If it was a gold mine, I'd pay off the national debt. But most of the world is stuck in bullheaded BS that stresses me and the world out in doubt that I cover up with my egotistical arrogance, happen to be right about everything. It's about me being right. Then I get bit by my bullheaded BS. Then I stress out about what other people think, and then I stress out about this, and then I do this. But really, I'm just stressed out about the illusions of life. Life is an illusion and a pollution because we try to think and know our way through life rather than listen. And as I have to be right about everything, my rigid, frozen in time mindsets of my ancestors, anchored survival mode, third world mindset that controls me today. I call it the freaky hole control because we think we have to fit into the socialized way of life and the education and all the community stuff. Is us bluffing ourselves, being afraid to listen to ourselves and just enjoy life. And really, the education is propagandized to keep us inside what the other people want us to do. And then it spews the media mockery of poopy doo. What did I do? Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Then you run over to the next person and you ask them, what should I do? What should I do? And then instead of sweetening the lemon and making lemonade, we stay in the sour and the dour of life. But the media spews poopy doo business mindsets, doom and gloom lies that business and education will rise you and me and the world out of our current stagnating way of life. But we've been using business and education since the beginning of time to try to get out of where we're at. And all it does is keep us in the whirlpool of poopy doo. And that's something I really have awakened to is when you rise and understand the manipulation of socialized stuff, you open up to a better way of life because you start liberating yourself internally. Because life is a liberating invitation. But however, we look at the world, we basically are still in wars that our ancestors are in. You look at the Middle East, you look at us, you look at the southern border, you just look around. The only way that's all going to stop is by people. You and me rising to our talents. See, we've never been showed a way to rise to peace and prosperity because war, pillage, and plunder are big business. And that's where the third world enslaving mindsets of business keep us stuck in the yuck of yesterday. Because we never think we're good enough for what is going on. And that is a propagandized lie by the media and the fascist felons of the world, the school system. We've always been told, you ain't good enough is a lie. The biggest lie in the world, because something people don't understand is You encompass a sleek, unique talent of innovation, inspiration, imagination, innovation, and the talent to discover your own way of life. It may not fit into, it will never fit into the socialized, the rails of life that keep us hailing and in the cells of hell of our inner thoughts. The biggest challenge people face is everything they think and know and what they've been taught and learned from the outside sources. One thing we've never been showed is how to listen, question, inspiration, understand, comprehend the wisdom and revelations that we encompass to release everything, lionizing, adventurous, transcending talents. When you realize you've been manipulated to stay inside a system of demise and inequality, because if we can keep people comparing ourselves and living in inequality, somebody else controls our life. And it may not be us. And see, as long as you're letting the outside, you're trying to control your lives. I call it the creepy hole of control. You're letting all the outside world make your life dark, so you stay in the creepy hole of control. But when you're willing to let go and rise out of the creepy hole of control on to your paths of enlightenment, because you're enlightened right here and now, everything forward is polishing and smoothing your path of enlightenment into the Audubon of enlightenment. See, we're so afraid to admit, I should say I was, that I'm enlightened right here, right now. Everything from here forward is polishing that enlightenment. Everything comes from over here is from the past, and this is in the future. So I stop being a servant to this, opening up to express this. I color my liminal carpet glide into the now. See, no matter where we go, we're now. We're live in the here and now. But we are always trying to, oh, look at this, look at this. You're not imaging it out there. You're imaging it here to experience it as you go. Because whatever happens, you're experiencing it right here. And what are you willing to experience to rise out of where you've been to be chauffeured to your desired beaches of bountiful bliss? As you got a lazy boy sitting there feeling the sea breezes of serenity, you're realizing the wave after wave is your copious cornucopias flowing to you. And as it comes in and flows out, it brings in your copious cornucopia and takes everything else back out to the sea to nourish the sea so you can keep replenishing your copious cornucopia. It's wave after wave of copious cornucopia. How does that feel? Ooh, feels pretty good. And you want to feel it here. And see, something else. We're always trying to think and know and trying to get out of something. But it's right here. You got to liberate the body because that's where the mind is. Your cells have memories. So you try to do everything up here, it never goes below here. But when you start at the core or let Mother Earth's grounding wisdom flow up through your legs and up through your thighs and up through your whole body and out the crown chakra, you're grounded with genuine rebellious optimism, unleashing nirvana dreamer's dexterity to color your world your way. And see, something else, the world is always preaching doom and gloom. We got this coming, save for retirement. Oh, and you know, we forget to enjoy life because we're always worried about what the doom and gloom of yesterday's tomorrow. And that is where we're stuck. This is yesterday, this is tomorrow, but it's all like this. And we think about it out of our mindset. When you listen to the now, you listen to now inspiration, questioning everything about you right here and now. You understand the situations, letting go of all the habituation to boldly invigorate today. You comprehend the wisdom, insight, and clarity and all the divine grandeur inside your life situations, understanding you experience everything through Mother Wit wisdom. Because you're grounded to Mother Earth, because we walk on Mother Earth. And then the revelations of our robust, enterprising, liminal audacity, we get to experience life in the now. That naturally opens up the good of today. But as I realized this, and I was walking in the desert, I realized all the education in the world and everything in the higher echelon of the world, all it can understand is doom, gloom, pessimism, and felonious control. Because see, we actually been taught from the fascist felons that we must control everything, and money and power is the way of the world. But you know, there's one thing: peace and dexterity always overthrows the fascist felons. But however, we're so caught up in letting the dollar bill run our life, we never feel the thrills and spills of the here and nows. Fun, health, wealth, fun, copious cornucopia. The more I open up to this, and I used to be, I got to do everything for money. Now I do it for luxurious relaxation. And that's where the fun is, luxurious relaxation. With inspiration, I open up my gallivanting questionnaire flare of my daredevilry to question my life for my desired outcomes. You're never going to think and know a desired outcome. You're going to experience the path of enlightenment to get there. But you start out, as soon as you write down an accomplished outcome, I don't use the word goals. I use the word, as soon as you write down, you're on the path of enlightenment because you were enlightened to do that. And it becomes a minted mystical intuition, naturally tantalizing today. But, you know, we talk about retirement and everybody you listen to anything, the world is falling, the world is falling. No, the world is awakening to a better way. But however, we're awakening to understand the fascist felons of the world are trying to do more manipulation. In real life, they're nothing but thieves, controlling thieves. And, you know, when you hear about retirement, relaxation, enjoying life, but you know what they're really hoping on? That you work until you're 60, 62, 65, and you get out for one day, or within a year, a lot of people pass away after they retire within a year. They want you to get your retirement so you perish. It's really it's really a malice manipulation of people. But here's the thing. But what's really eye-opening, and I really discovered this after I retired, we are taught that we have to have material chattels. And I was the worst. When I talk about it, I was the worst. But I was okay. That's who I was. But now I can tell people, if you relax and enjoy life and you open up to understand there is so many ways for wealth to flow to you and start investigating your innate talents, you can have the flow come to you. But something you have to open up to is the malice media of the world spews manipulating doom and gloom of lack and pessimism with the sticky ick of the slippery soap of doping the people with fake and baked fallacies, indoctrinated ignorance from socialized media sheepolocracy. Because we've been taught. This is a unique way to do this. They teach, oh, if it ain't good for business, and if you ain't educated, you can't do this and do that. Biggest lie in the world. But there comes that slippery slope of being doped by a fake and bake fallacies of education, indoctrinated ignorance, because that's all. A lot of times, education may be recycled ignorance, keeping you inside the followocracy and the titleocracy and the turdocracy of the fascist felons of the world. And see, I'm a blue collar person. I never want to be thing. If I'm blue collar, I'm very grounded in wisdom, insight, and clarity. White collar is grounded in snobbery, knowledge, and learning. But they never comprehend the wisdom of society. See, the blue collar actually comprehend the wisdom of life. The other people, everything you learn in a book, you're being trained by somebody else. Most things in a book are secondhand information. And gossip, because like a history book, who knows? Was we there? No. If you want to control the world, you write history and your philosophies into the education system to make the world a flock of sheeple. I ain't saying that's going on today, but it could be. Yeah, it is. But anyway, and people hear, but people keep hearing and eating the same sour lemons of the media and the government and education. The sour lemon, we actually hear the sour lemons of larcenous embezzlement, mimicking oppressive, nullifying, stuck in the muck of me, myself, and I. Because you're only stuck in the muck of yourself. Everything you think you know is what it is, but you taught yourself. So as I feel my darebear awaken me out of the habitual doom and gloom, pessimistic hibernation of humanoid comfort zone cloning, I learned from my parents, community communication, socialized way as a life, the education system, just everyday life, because we've always been stuck in the muck of what everybody else has told us. You know, when you do education, you're doing whatever somebody else is telling you to do. Yeah, they have their own ways, but really, is it anything outside of different than anybody else's? Something I've really, since I've rose out of the my third world enslaving mindset and the propagandized education system of the world, and started listening to my own intuitive innovation and talents, I've awakened to understand the world is in a cycle of enslaving mindsets. And once you awaken to that, you start rising out of it. You witness and observe, listening to my lemonade heydays, tasting the sweet savvy of my own intuitive wizardry, as I feel the mint of my life is my majestic internal nerve today, liberating, endeavoring, maestro, optimists, nomadic, acumen, dawns, engendering, hellraisers, enterprising, yazzapizzazz. How you like to have a little yazzapizzazz? That feels pretty good, don't it? We can do a little dance. Energizes, dreamers, artistic, yazzadazzling, serendipitous wizardry. Sets sprees my spirit poised, revelation, energizes entertainer swagger, to understand and admit life serves sour lemons, ignites my forthright emancipating gumption to rise out of the sour lemons and enjoy my lemonade because I sweeten it with my majestic internal nerve today as my nirvana savvy opens my eyes to witness the world through lemonade heydays. As I taste the nice and cool lemonade, energize my fervor energy, I rise up to sing my lyrical songs of sovereign omnipotence. Neons galloping sovereignty streams my rivers of revolutionary, intuitive, visionary epiphanies. Reveres sightseer imagination, invigorates my adventurous audacity, communicates my sour lemon larceny into liberated lemonade heydays. As the lemonade heydays is on a hot summer day when you just come in from working and you're sweating and you drink that nice cool glass of lemonade. Just cools the inside to be serene spiritual energy. Liberates autonomous revelation, candidly enterprising nous. Yazzzapizzazz is my gumption to understand and admit. All my sour lemon larceny awaken my adventurous ardor for me to rise a designer daredevilry. How do you like that? You're a designer daredevil. Sketching and coloring your dreams and your awesome desired lifestyle now and forevermore. I now understand and admire my life scampers are liberating invitations, flaunting enterprising prowess to wow me to be the marveling magician of my dreams and opulent outcomes, because everything I desire in life is within me to color the world with, because I am the Picasso of my life and the Michelangelo magic with the rebellious resolve to evolve to experience it all. That's something I've really opened up to. We are so afraid of life, we forget we are the life we desire. But we've been so caged by a socialized way of life. But when you open up to understand all your talents, your sleek, unique talents are to rise you out of yesterday to enjoy today. Because you only think and know your way to yesterday. You question, liberate with inspiration within you in present moment to enjoy the here and now. The more you awaken to your talents, the more you rise out of what everybody else wanted you to do. And I am Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypno Acuity. And I never do coaching. I show people liberation. I show people the way I liberated my life and allow them to use the way I rose out of yesterday in my life to rise out of their life their way. See, everybody, there is no one size fits all. You are unique. You have unique talents. You just have to open up to discover your talents. And you are talented. It's beyond any book or anything, but your intuition, imagination will rise you to your dreamer's paradises in a bright, bold way. And I am Robert Wilson. My website's mycowboywisdom.com. And I want to thank all you for listening, and may your life be as blessed as you are a blessing to me in the world. And thank you.